Good evening, tabletop sports and sports fans. It's time for another game in the 2016 Minnesota Twins Strat-O-Matic Advanced Replay. Today, the Mets head to New York to face the Mets at Citi Field. The starting pitchers for today will be, for the visiting Twins, Jose Berrios, and for the home team, New York Mets, Bartolo Colón. And we'll just go ahead and get started with the game and announce the players as they come up. Leading off for the Twins, the second baseman, Brian Dozier. And there's a ball struck into the right field. Going back on it is Jay Bruce. He reaches up and makes the catch. Actually came in on that ball. So that's a good play by Bruce, and that's the first out of the game. And now up is the first baseman, Joe Mauer. That's a ground ball into the hole. TJ Rivera has it, throws to James Loney, and that's 2 outs in the top half of the first with no score. And here is the shortstop, Jorge Polanco, who just today got named as a starter at third base for the American League All-Stars. And that's a fly ball to shallow right field. Coming in on is Jay Bruce. He puts it away, and the Twins go in order here in the first. And we go to the bottom half of the first. The Twins nothing, and the Mets coming to bat. All right, and the Mets will send up the third baseman, Jose Berrios. And that play is in the hole. Dozier, it will just go under his glove. Base hit Jose Berrios, and they will hold him on. Let's see here. I'll just hold him on. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera, the switch-hitting shortstop. Again, a play for Dozier. He gets to it. Can he start the double play? Yes, he can. Nice diving play towards second. Flips to Polanco. Over to first, double play. Great play by Brian Dozier, starting the double play. And that's 2 away here in the bottom of the first with no score. And here is the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. That's a fly ball to left field. Plenty of room for Eddie Rosario. And the Mets are retired here in the bottom half of the first. And we go to the top half of the second. No score. And here is the cleanup batter, the right fielder, Max Kepler. And it's a fly ball to deep right field. Going back on it is Bruce. He's on the warning track, and it is caught. So Max Kepler just misses hitting a home run and putting the Twins out in front, but not to be. And here is the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. And that's a play in the hole for TJ Rivera. He gets to it. Throw to first in time. Oops, wrong place. Not for Granderson, Suzuki. And here is the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar. And that's a ground ball right to Loney. He'll step on the bag himself. And the Twins go in order here in the second. And we go to the bottom half of the second, no score. Okay, and here is the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. That's a base hit right up the middle. So Granderson laces a single to center, and the Twins give up the leadoff single. And here is Jay Bruce. They will not hold on Granderson. That's a ground ball right to Dozier. On to second for one. On to first, double play. So the Twins have turned 2 double plays in 2 innings. And here is T.J. Rivera, the second baseman. And that's a little dribbler out in front of the plate. And Suzuki pounces on it, throws to first in time. So the little dribbler out in front of the plate ends the inning, and we go to the top half of the third, no score. And Colón will face the bottom third of the order to start the third. Here is the left fielder, Eddie Rosario. And that's a line smash right at the first baseman, Loney. Makes a nice catch. And here is the center fielder, Byron Buxton. And that's a play to Loney. He gets to it. Can he make the play to first? No, he bobbles it, then overthrows the pitcher covering, and backed up nicely by a Travis d'Arnaud. And they'll call it an error on Loney. All right, so here's Berrios. They will bring the corners in. Yes, he will be bunting. So he will be... So Berrios, not known as a great bunter. Let's see what happens. He squares, and here's the pitch. And it's a good bunt. The pitcher gets it. However, his only play is to first, and they'll call it 1-4 with the second baseman covering. And Berrios lays down a great sacrifice. And we go back to the top of the order with Brian Dozier. And the Twins have a runner in scoring position for the first time in this game. And here's the pitch to Dozier. That's a line drive caught by the second baseman Rivera. And that ends the inning. The Twins leave a runner on second. And your score going into the bottom of the third, the Twins nothing and the Mets nothing. And here is James Loney, who did not do well in the field the last half inning. And that's a ground ball right to Polanco. On to first. That's the first out of the inning. And here's Travis d'Arnaud. And that's a fly ball. Deep left field. Going back on it is Rosario. He looks up, and it's gone. Or as Harry Rose would say, and it's out of here. Travis d'Arnaud has just taken Jose Berrios deep. And the Mets are up 1-0. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets. All right, and here is Bartolo Colón. And he hits one to the shortstop, Polanco. Who ranges over in the hole. Throw to first, and he gets Colón at first. And here is Jose Berrios. He singled his first time up. It was erased on a double play. As there are 2 outs in the bottom half of the third, and the Mets now leading 1-0. And this is hit the straightaway center field. Going back on it is Buxton to the warning track, and he makes the catch. And that retires the side here in the bottom half of the third. But Travis d'Arnaud, with a 1-out home run, puts the Mets up 1-0. All right, and here is Joe Mauer to lead off the top half of the fourth. He grounded out his first time up. And Mauer on a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And here is Jorge Polanco. And that's a fly ball to center field. Drifting back is Granderson, and he makes the catch. And that's 2 away here in the top of the fourth, with the Mets leading 1-0. And Kepler watches a ball go in the dirt on a 3-2 count, and he takes his base. And here is Kurt Suzuki. He grounded out his first time up with a runner on first base. And Suzuki rips one in the gap, and it goes off the wall. Rounding second, heading for third is Kepler. Oh, they will wave him home, and the Mets will not even try to throw. Actually, they'll give it a shot. Not holding him on. Are you kidding me? Granderson, the relay to Cabrera to d'Arnaud, and he is out. So 8-6-2 on the only play that the perfect throw had to get him, and it got him. Hey. And Paul Molitor has to be burying his hands in his face as the Twins threaten but do not score. And we go to the bottom half of the fourth with the Mets leading 1-0. Hey. I guess, as a rapper once said, those are the breaks. And as Dribble Cabrera rips a base hit right up the middle. Of course, after throwing a guy at the plate, the next guy has to get a base hit. They will not hold him on. And here is Yoenis Cespedes. Flied out his first time up. And he draws ball 4, and the first 2 have reached here in the bottom half of the fourth. And here is Curtis Granderson with runners on first and second. And that's a fly ball to deep center field. Racing back on it is Buxton, and he makes the nice running catch. And throws it into third and keeps everybody at bay. And here is Jay Bruce with 2 on and 1 out. And Bruce looks at a curveball, strike 3. And here is TJ Rivera. And that's down the right field line, fair ball. Rattles around in the corner. Around third and scoring is Cabrera. Hitting second, going to third is Cespedes. Will they wave him in? Yeah. They will send him. The throw to the plate is not in time. So TJ Rivera rips a 2-run double down the right field line. And the Twins now trail 3-0. As they get thrown out on a lucky play in the top half and then give up 2 in the bottom half. And here's Loney, base hit right up the middle. Rounding third and heading home is Rivera. There will be no play. And right now, Berrios doesn't know whether to, what, or wind his watch. And here is Travis d'Arnaud. And they will put up the 4 fingers and intentionally walk d'Arnaud to get to the pitcher, Colón. Let's see if they can get this right. They do, and Colón waves at and misses strike 3. So the Mets send 8 men to the plate. In the bottom half of the fourth, they score 3. And the score after 4 complete is the Mets 4 and the Twins 0. And here is Eduardo Escobar, grounded out his first time up. It's ground ball into the hole. Rivera gets it, throws to first, and that's the first stop of the top half of the 5th. And Rosario hits one line drive base hit. It's cut off, and that will... Rosario will take the wide turn, but will stay at first. And that's the base hit for the Twins, as they will have Byron Buxton now hitting. That's a fly ball to center field. Drifting back on it is Granderson. And he will make the catch, and that's 2 away. And they will let Berrios hit. And he waves at a curveball, strike 3. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th. The score, the Mets 4 and the Twins 0. All right, Berrios will face the top of the order with Reyes, Cabrera, and Cespedes. And Reyes watches a 3-1 pitch go high and out of the zone, and that's ball 4. So he draws the leadoff walk. And here is Cabrera. The Twins will get Michael Tonkin loosening in the pen. And Cabrera again, as Berrios may be getting tired here. And they will let him Well, they will also get Pat Dean loosening in the pen. And Cespedes rips one to center field, and it's off the wall. In round third and scoring is Reyes. Hitting second and going to third is Cabrera. They will hold him there. So, Yoenis Cespedes rips a double over the head of Rosario and Buxton. And that puts runners on second and third. And here comes Paul Molitor, and he is waving to the bullpen. He will bring in Pat Dean. To replace Jose Berrios. So it was not Berrios' night, as he has given up 5 runs in 4 innings. And I'm going to put him in the batting order here. Okay, and here is Curtis Granderson with runners on second and third and a chance to blow this thing wide open. Ground ball right back to the mound. Dean looks the runner back, throws to first, and that's the first out of the inning. So part 1 of the Houdini act is done. And here is Jay Bruce. Ground ball to second baseman. That's Dozier. Throws to first. They get him. However, scoring from third is Asdrubal Cabrera. And that makes it a 6-0 ball game as Cespedes moves up to third. So give Bruce the RBI. And here is TJ Rivera, who doubled home to his last time up. That's a fly ball to center field. Coming in on it is Buxton and makes the catch. So the Mets get 2 in the bottom half of the 5th, and we go to the top half of the 6th with the score, the Mets 6 and the Twins nothing. And Bartolo Colón will come back out, although this may be his last inning with him batting third in the bottom half of the 6th. And Dozier rips a base hit to left field. So he will round first and head back. And the Twins get a leadoff runner aboard. That's the first time that's happened in this game. And here is Joe Mauer. And that's a base hit to left field. So the Twins are maybe starting to get around on Bartolo. And the Twins have runners on first and second. And here is Jorge Polanco. And that's a ground ball right to Rivera. Over to Cabrera for 1 on to first. Double play. Dozier moves to third. However, there are 2 outs, and here is Max Kepler. And that's a fly ball to left field. Plenty of room for Cespedes. And that retires the side. So the Mets threaten but do not score, and they leave a runner on third. And we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pat Dean will continue to be in the game, but Terry Collins will have a decision to make. As Colón is third up, and they think that maybe they will pull him. And that's a base hit right back up the middle for Loney. So Loney is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. And here is Travis d'Arnaud. And that's ball 4, so... And Terry Collins has decided that he will have a pinch hitter come in for... and he will have Matt Reynolds bat for Bartolo Colón. And so that will mean that Hansel Robles will be coming. He'll be loosening in the pen. So we will make that designated pinch hitting for Colón, Matt Reynolds. And Reynolds, over anxious with runners on base, strikes out. And we'll get a placeholder for... Okay. And we go back to the top of the order. Jose Berrios, he is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. And he will walk again. And that loads the bases for Asdrubal Cabrera. And Dean may be getting to be a little tired out there. They will get Pat Light loosening in the bullpen. And the ball gets away from Suzuki, and everybody moves up a base. Oh, so Loney will score. Darno moves to third, and Reyes will go to second on the 1-2 pitch. However, the next pitch is popped up, foul territory. And making the catch is Suzuki, and that's 2 away here in the bottom half of the 6th. As the Giants, the Mets add the point after and make it 7-0. And that's a base hit to center field. Scoring from third is Darno. They will hold Reyes at third. And that'll be it for Pat Dean. Actually, they will go with Pat Light. As Dean pitched got the first 3 batters okay, but once the new inning came in, he did not fare very well, but he goes an inning and 2/3. So here is Pat Light. We'll give him his warm-up tosses. And he will face the lefty Curtis Granderson. And Granderson looks high, ball 4. So the Mets have reloaded the bases with 2 outs. And here is Jay Bruce, the ex-Indian and ex-Met. And that's a fly ball to left center field. Getting over is Rosario, and he will make the catch. And the Mets fans give another ovation. The Mets leave them loaded, but they score 2. And after 6 complete, your total is the Mets 8 and the Twins nothing. As we go to the top half of the 7th, and we need a new pitcher for the Mets, and it will be Hansel Robles to come out for the 7th inning. And that's going out to right field. Bruce will come in and make the running catch as he runs in from right field and makes the catch. So here is Eduardo Escobar, 0 for 2 on the day with 2 groundouts. And Robles gets him to swing and miss on a 2-2 fastball, strike 3. And here is Eddie Rosario. And that's a foul ball. And we'll do it again at 2-2. And Rosario swing and miss, strike 3. And Hansel Robles sets down the Mets, or sets down the Twins 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Mets. They don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Okay, and we will go with I believe now we will go with Michael Tonkin. Yeah, we will go with Michael Tonkin now. He will face TJ Rivera. And Loney and Darnode. And we will get a pinch hitter if they get to Robles. So here is Tonkin. We will put him in as he continues his warm-up tosses. All right, and here's TJ Rivera to face Michael Tonkin. And Rivera, line drive into left center field. It gets down and heads all the way to the wall. He rounds first and heads into second with a leadoff double. And the hits just keep on coming for the Mets. And here is James Loney, the first baseman. And that's a base hit right up the middle. Rounding third and heading home is TJ Rivera. And wow, it's not looking pretty for these Twins here tonight. That is now 9-0. And Travis Darnode will come up. And he rips a line drive to the gap. This time it will be cut off. However, Loney hits second and will make it to third. And Michael Tonkin is not getting greeted very well. And we will have a pinch hitter for the pitcher, Robles. Brandon Nimmo will now come in and pinch hit for Robles. Okay. All right, so runners on first and third with nobody out. And that play is to Dozier. And it sneaks by him. Base hit. Just under the glove. In from third is Loney. The second is Darnaud. And Brandon Nimmo has himself a pinch hit single. And that scores a run, and that'll bring it to the top of the order. And Jose Berrios. And they will not start bringing in subs as it's only the 7th inning. Let's see. Twins will get the bullpen going. Ryan O'Rourke loosening in the pen. And that's a ground ball to the third baseman. That's Escobar. Around to second for one. On to first, double play. Well, that helps Tonkin. As Darnaud will go to third. But there are 2 outs, and here is Asdrubal Cabrera. And in a 10-0 game. And that's a ground ball right back to the box. Tonkin throws to first, and that'll retire the side. The Mets get 2 more and have scored in each of the last 5 innings. And your score after 7 complete, the Mets 10 and the Twins nothing. And Hansel Robles will come out, and Jerry Blevins will come in. Here's Buxton, followed by a pinch hitter, and then to Dozier for the top half. And here's Blevins, the lefty, against Buxton, the righty. And Buxton draws ball 4, so Byron Buxton will lead off the top half of the 8th, and the Twins will get a pinch hitter for the pitcher, and it's Logan Schaefer. So pinch hitting for the Minnesota Twins, Logan Schaefer. And Ryan O'Rourke will come into the game and pitch for the Twins here in the bottom of the 8th. Meanwhile, the Twins let and Schaefer swings and misses, strike 3. And here is Brian Dozier with a runner on first and 1 out against Jerry Blevins. And that's ripped into the gap. And that'll get down all the way to the wall. Rounding second, heading to third. They will wave him around. And this time the Mets will just throw it into second and not throw home. And Brian Dozier with a double to center field scores Buxton. And they will concede the run. And that makes it 10-1. And the Twins fans that might be in New York visiting have something to cheer about. And here is Joe Mauer. And that's strike 3. Goes down. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th with the Twins still trailing 10-1. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. That's TJ Rivera up with it, throws to first, and that'll end the inning. However, the Twins do get on the board with the Brian Dozier RBI double. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Ryan O'Rourke will come on for the Twins. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Brought to you by Best Buy. As we get Ryan O'Rourke here, the lefty will face Cespedes, Granderson, and Bruce. Okay. And Cespedes base hit past the third baseman Polanco. And the Twins get the leadoff batter on, And here is Curtis Granderson. That's a ground ball right back to the mound. The second for 1 out on the first double play. So Ryan O'Rourke helping his cause, fielding his position. And there's 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom half of the 8th, where it's 10-1 Mets. And Jay Bruce draws ball 4. And the Twins will not have TJ Rivera bat. They will have Eric Campbell come into the ball game. So pinch hitting for TJ Rivera is Eric Campbell. And he will bat for TJ Rivera, who went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. So Eric Campbell will get some playing time tonight in the bottom of the 8th and potentially top of the 9th. And that's a tough play for Jorge Polanco. He races in and makes the play to end the inning. So Jorge Polanco finishes off the bottom half of the 8th. The Mets do not score for the first time since the second inning. However, that's going to be too little too late. As we go to the top of the 9th, the Mets will bring in a new pitcher. We'll have Addison Reed come in to finish off the game. And he will face Kepler, Suzuki, and Escobar to finish off the game here. And we will make this change here in our scorecard while Reed finishes his warm-up tosses. All right, here's Max Kepler to start off the top of the 9th with the Twins having a big hill to climb. And that's a fly ball to left field. Tracking it down is Cespedes, and he makes the catch. And here is Kurt Suzuki. And it's a high pop-up to the left side of the infield. That's Campbell calling for it and makes the catch. And final hope is Eduardo Escobar. And he goes down swinging strike 3 as he finishes off an 0 for 4 day. And that will end the ball game as the Twins lose 10-1 and fall to 57-91 on the year. Well, Jose Berrios did not have a good outing. He gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. And then Pat Dean did not do so well in his second inning of work. And that was about all she wrote, as the Mets scored in 5 consecutive innings before the Twins finally broke in the top half of the 8th when Brian Dozier doubled home Byron Buxton. All right, this is game 1 of a 3-game series against the Mets. When that is finished, that will be your next Twins week in baseball. I will tell you when the next games will be on the channel after that, during that Twins week in baseball. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. If you have already subscribed, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed and you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever new videos are put out. And wherever you are playing and whatever you are playing, may your games be lively and your games be good. Have a good night, everybody.